Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore. Tonight, Season 8, Round 2. We are heading to the Jeddah Corniche for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Whew, it is a hot one today. a little bit hot and sweaty. Got the fan on, so you may hear a little bit of background noise. Hopefully you won't. We'll see how that goes. Tonight we have the board coming to keep an eye on us, as they were less than impressed with our performance in Bahrain. So they are tagging along tonight, expecting a good result. If we can get a good result, or at least a result that is good enough for them, then that will help with our board confidence level going forward. If we have a poor result, which is possible, then we could be shooting ourselves in the foot with the board coming, because they will get very fed up with us very quickly until things really do turn around. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for a solid result tonight. No new parts on the car from the last race. We do have parts in the works though. So as you can see, we have side pods that are being manufactured. They will be on the car for the next Grand Prix. Maybe I have one of them available. No, I don't. Not yet. Maybe tomorrow. But we'll just wait till Melbourne. So we've got new side pods coming. And we are working on a new chassis, an update on our Mark II. So a Mark III is in the works. We've also got a Mark II rear wing in production, and also a Mark II front wing as well. Hopefully will be a very nice sort of package that we can bolt onto the car at Baku and give us some excellent improvement in performance in the corners, specifically the low speed, and improve our drag reduction and our DRS, our acceleration, maybe our dirty air, just a touch as well. But yeah, we're looking to give the car a really good boost in time for the first sprint. So tonight we're just going to make do with the car we had last night. I mean, it's not a bad car by any stretch of the imagination. If we take a quick look, you can see that's where we sit. 8th in top speed, 5th in the DRS. Our acceleration is in the top 4 cars, so that's not too bad at all. And then we do have pretty good low speed performance, which is always going to be important if you want to get good acceleration out of those hairpins, etc. Medium speed is pretty strong as well. High speed does need a little bit of work, but the parts that we've got coming are definitely going to help with that. The side pods in particular are all about improving rear airflow, so we should get some nice improvement to high speed over the rear wing. Our dirty air tolerance still best in the field, and we have good cooling as well. So it's a pretty strong car. Obviously, we know about the deficiencies with our drivers, which kind of lets us down a little bit. Hopefully, we can keep in the streams tonight, in the slipstreams, in the DRS trains, and just maximise the performance of our tyres. Given how we did last night, I think I'm probably going to start on the softs tonight and then go to the mediums, but we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Targets for tonight. How you doing, Victor? Good to see you. The incentive is 2 in the top 8. Like to think we'll get that done. We're going to go both cars into Q3, because we should be able to do that. Both cars into Q2. I know we didn't do it last night, but fingers crossed tonight will be better. Finish position 1 in the top 8 should be pretty straightforward. Although again, we should have done that last night and didn't. We will try and get the fastest lap, but no guarantees on that one. Quali position 1 in the top 10 for 2 races. We have got 1 of that done, so hopefully we can get that going as well. And then we need to set a new finish position streak, because we failed at the first attempt last night. So we'll go a little bit more conservative. We'll go just 2 races, which is tonight and then Melbourne tomorrow. And then when we get the new parts on the car for Baku, we'll look at starting a new streak there. So there we go. That is our objective set for tonight. I have 1 spare chassis at the moment. one spare underfloor. Should be fine on that. So let's head to Jeddah.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're on the shores of the Red Sea in the shade of Jeddah's skyscrapers. This might be a dream setting, but as we know, in Formula One, not all dreams come true. Jeddah Corniche circuit is hot and high-powered, demanding speed for the straights and a high grip level through corners that are tight to the barriers. Starting tyre choices will be crucial here, with teams ever mindful of opportunities that a safety car could give. It was Charles Leclerc who tasted victory in the last race, but he will surely be looking to find the recipe for success again and achieve another podium place. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
Okay, so we are going to put Anne in the car again tonight. Let's again put her in for Embry, for Donna. Another side-by-side comparison with Embry. I want to see if the performance gap that we have that's almost non-existent stays like that across a variety of different circuit types. This one a little bit different to Bahrain. So we'll go soft tyres in this first session for both drivers. So again, so we can get a nice side-by-side comparison. This is definitely a high-speed circuit. Let's go with a... Let's try something like that. 18 laps, I believe, for a run around this track. And we'll go something a little bit different on this one. We'll go with an 11. Let's go with a lower wing as well. Let's go with like a 4. What did I put on the other one? Was it a 10.5? It was. Let's go with a 10. And let's go with a 7.5. We'll go with a 2.8. Again, I'll go... No, I think I've probably overdone it a little bit on the rear wing. Let's go with that. And see... Yeah, we'll try that. We'll see what that shakes up. Let's swap over the parts. Oh, my chat has disappeared completely. See if I can get that back again. There we go. It's back again. How you doing, Daniel? So, engines. Got to stay on that one. Got to stay on that ARS. Got to stay on that gearbox. First parts of the season still. So, send them out. A little bit of space between them so that they're not slipstreaming each other, because that will distort the numbers.
Radio check, yeah, can you hear me?
There we go. So let's see what they can achieve. All right, first bit of feedback is on its way. We are very, very close to it. What season is it? This is season 8 of Hardcore. So we did... Oh, we are off to a very bad start there. That is not ideal. So we'll call Anne in. And Embry is going to give me her feedback the second she goes past the pits. There we go. So we'll call her in as well a lap later. So yeah, if you add in the 2.5 seasons of normal that we did before this as well, you know, we've been running this a long time. This is the final season. New game coming out in less than a month now. We've gone completely the wrong way. Let's go with a 9-1. Let's stick with that. And the front wing is definitely going to have to change. Rear wing's going to have to change. I'm not sure whether it's an 11 or a 10.5. I'm going to go with the 11. So I'm going to go 6.5 and 11. And we'll see how that works. I'm just going to wait for Embry to get back to the pits and make some changes for her as well. What do I think of the F1 season so far? It's much improved on last year because we actually have some competition, which is always good. Yeah, we'll go with that. We've had multiple winners so far this season. McLaren have got genuine pace again, but they've got it early in the season this time rather than halfway through like they did last year. Ferrari do seem to be just stepping back a little bit. Mercedes are starting to come good, finally, as well. They definitely seem to be on a more consistent upward trend now. So, yeah, I think towards the second half of the season, we could be in for a real banger of a season with 4 separate teams fighting for the constructors. And who knows how many drivers fighting for the title. You've got to imagine Leclerc is going to be in the picture for that. Verstappen, obviously. Norris. And the main 3, I think, will fight for the title. You can't completely rule out Sainz or Mercedes entirely. Piastri, I don't think will be in contention for the title. He's going to end up playing second fiddle to Norris if a title challenge is definitely on. That much, I think, is pretty much a given. But he will definitely be important for the constructors' fight. We are very close, aren't we? Is that it? Is that all I need to do? It might be. So plenty of potential for the rest of the year. Just have to wait and see how that bears fruit. Very quick turnaround for Anne because we just made a slight adjustment to the front wing. Which is how she's coming back on track before we've even finished Embry's final bit of feedback. There it is. And she's optimal and she's perfect. Fantastic. So we'll just run her now till she runs out of fuel. little bit of difference in terms of lap time. There's more fuel on Anne's car at the moment. But in terms of best laps, what they see, 1,000th of a second between the two. And my controls have locked out again. Ugh. Quick, grab the mouse. Yo. So frustrating when this happens. We're close to the end of the session, so we'll just wait till the end of the session now.
Quick feedback.
So yeah, this bug has been present since the first game. This needs to be gone for the next one, because it is annoying as hell. Right. So, save, overwrite, confirm, and load, and load. And now, I should have my pad back. Yes, we do. There we go. Fantastic. So let's take a look. Excellent. So we got it perfect for Donna's car as well before she even gets in. Fantastic stuff. So we're going to go long in this session. Donna needs to run the entirety of the session. 40 laps should be enough fuel. We'll go a little bit less with Embry. We'll go with the hard tyres in this session for both. And she's at 37%, so we'll go with 30 laps. And we'll send them out.
Okay, so that's a green light.
There we go. So given the sheer disparity in fuel, we should see quicker laps from Embry. And there we go. So longer term viewers will remember that last year I bought myself some IKEA Kallax units, and along with the units I also bought like some of those shelf compartment things that fit inside each cubes, as well as some of the drawer units as well. I haven't built the drawer units, and today I actually started to put the shelf unit bits together, the ones that split the cubes up into half. And I was always very hesitant to do it because I hadn't really figured out where I wanted each set of shelves to go. And I knew that they had stickers with them, and I thought that they actually stuck to the sides. But I actually realised today that they don't. They have like felt runners that you stick to the sides of the walls to provide the stability and cushioning against the inside of the unit. And you can once you build them, they're easy enough to take apart again. There's no glue or anything involved. They're not permanently fixed. And you can just slide them out of one cube and slide them into a different one if you want. So I spent an hour before the stream, just putting the first 3 of those together. I've got 3 more to do. But starting to reorganise the cabinet around where my consoles are now. So that's done. And then I put one in the unit next to my bed to separate out where my meds and stuff are kept against some space for other bits and bobs. So slowly getting to grips with the new room. Moved some more stuff across today as well. Got my movie collection and TV stuff configured, my DVD boxes, my Blu-rays, etc. So it's finally starting to feel like a proper room. I've picked up a few bits for the bathroom. It's things like a little hooks to go over the top of the door, just for bathroom stuff like towels and dressing gowns. Yeah, it's all slowly coming together, and very happy with my new living situation. Very comfortable. And it is a little easier to dissipate the heat from the room with windows on either side of it now. With a nice little through draft to supplement the fan. I can actually cycle the air out rather than just moving it around. Still a bit more work to do, but with my limited mobility and my bad back, it takes me a while to get stuff done. And sometimes I have to have a day or two of recovery. Oh, and a little PSA for anyone who shops with Tesco and has a Tesco club card. I don't know if this is available for everybody, but a few days ago I was just checking through my club card and I noticed I had a code for Disney Plus that I thought I'd already used up. Turns out, when I noticed it later that day, I actually got an email through from Tesco giving me a 3-month subscription to Disney Plus on the $4.99 a month plus ads package, free for 3 months to celebrate 30 years of The Lion King. So I don't know if anyone else with Club Card gets that as well. I'm assuming other people will. But if you are a Tesco Club Card member and you haven't checked your account recently or checked to see, have a look. You might have got that email, you might have had that code on your Club Card app. So get yourself 3 free months of Disney Plus. I've only seen a very small number of ads so far. I've been watching a fair bit. I've been watching The Acolyte and finishing off the last season of The Bad Batch. Finished off the last season of The Walking Dead. And I haven't had that much intrusion in terms of ads. It's not like YouTube where it's an ad every 2-3 minutes. Or like broadcast TV where you might get ads at the beginning, the end, the middle and the end. I've had you maybe get 1 or 2 ads every couple of hours. I've got multiple episodes of The Bad Batch, like 2-3 episodes, and then have 1 ad, and then the next couple of episodes, with no other break. So it's not as bad as I thought it would be when I heard that Disney Plus were putting ads in their package. Other people's mileage may vary, I suppose, but yeah, I used to trade in my club card points for the non-ad package back when I could get 3 months, but now they're only doing 2. Well, instead of doing, it's still 3 months, but instead of getting triple points, I get double points now. So it costs me more of my points to do Disney Plus memberships. So I haven't done it for a while. All right, we're up to 77%. That is enough running for Embry. Let's call her in. Donna's going to run to the flag. And then we can finish both drivers off in FP3. You can see as well that disparity in the lap time, which was what, 6-7 tenths after the first lap, came down to about just 2 tenths in the end. Donna's still slightly slower, as by the time she got down to very low fuel, her tyres were definitely in worse shape. So it'll be interesting to see what the difference will be like with, again, different fuel loads but better tyres in the final session when they'll both be on the mediums. How you doing, Dino? Good to see you tonight. Right, FP3. Let's go with 30 laps of fuel. And we'll go with 24 laps of fuel.
Track should be green now. It shouldn't take too long to get Embry completely dialed in up to 100%. Let's have a little look-see at the graph. So we're looking at around another 7 track minutes, about another 20 minutes or so for Donna. I'm definitely hoping for a better performance tonight. Don't want to get caught out in qualifying either, like we did last night, where we unfortunately struggled to get Donna through, and she got eliminated in Q2. Can't afford that to happen tonight. Need to get both drivers as high up as we possibly can. Give them the best chance of a decent finish tonight. Still a little off the pace. Red Bull, very, very quick at the moment. McLaren, pretty quick. Ferrari, pretty quick. Sainz is a bit of an outlier. Don't think he is quite as quick when he's in clean air. And Mercedes, well, who knows, really, with Mercedes. Be interesting to see if Haas take a step forward tonight as well, because, I mean, they had some pace early last season, and it kind of fell away from them a little bit. This season, they were really slow yesterday. So, it's interesting if they can get some pace out of their car. If they've brought an upgrade here, maybe they're going to have to wait another couple of races before we can see some performance out of them. But we are done with practice. Both of our drivers fully confident, fully know the track, fully know the car, happy with their setups. So hopefully that will translate into happy lap times. All right, let's roll on quali.
Now it's time to see who'll come out on top as qualifying gets underway.
Remember, we lose the slowest 5 drivers at the end of Q1, another 5 at the end of Q2, and Q3 will set the top 10 positions. We saw some disappointing lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
So stay with us, folks. It's sure to be a good one.
You know what I forgot to check? Well, a couple of things I forgot to check. I forgot to check, and I don't think we can do it here, engines for each manufacturer. So someone remind me at the end of the race and we will check that, because I don't think I can. Oh no, here we go, we can see it here. So Ferrari, obviously Ferrari. McLaren are with Mercedes. Red Bull, obviously Red Bull. Mercedes. Alpine, Renault. Williams are using Mercedes engines. Haas using Mercedes engines. Alpha using Ferraris. We're using Renault. So only 2 teams using Renaults. Only 1 team is using Red Bull engines. That is a surprise. So we've got mostly Mercedes. We've got 2 teams using Ferrari engines, 2 teams using Renault engines, 1 team using Red Bull, and 5 teams using Mercedes engines. That's that's a big surprise. Wait, is that right? I've got my maths wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2. Yeah, because AlphaTauri are using Mercedes as well. Yeah, that is a big surprise to see so many cars using the Mercedes engine. What else was I going to check? I was about to say I was going to check something else. I can't remember what the other thing I was going to say was. Brain's gone dead. Oh, yeah, I forgot to check whether or not we're going to get the original driver helmets again tonight, or whether last night was a one-off glitch. We'll find out in qualifying tonight now, because we'll keep an eye out on the track as other cars hit them. So we're all prepped. 1 flying lap. I'm going to try and send the cars out behind other cars. Just try and get through with 1 run. let's see if original helmets are back.
Track is green, track is green.
There we go. Donna's out. Behind Oscar.
We stick to the plan.
That is Oscar's original helmet. So that is a thing still. I don't know why we can't just keep the original driver helmets. I know there's issues with sponsors and stuff, but I don't think most people really care. I think they just like to see identifiable driver helmets. I know I sure as hell do.
You can bring the tyre in.
Right, let's head back to Donna. How far behind is she? She should be close enough to get a tow. Could maybe be a touch closer. Embry seems close enough for now, but she might lose a bit of ground over the lap.
Charge off, let's go now.
So let's see how Donna gets on, tucked in behind Oscar Piastri. Couple of cars in Sector 1. Bashaw and Hajar both on outlaps. Might encounter them with these two. Embry and Verstappen will be fine. Unless, of course, more traffic pops out between now and them getting round. And we are too far behind, I think.
And track is now clear.
A little bit closer there. So we've got the timing a little bit better, and we've got the potential of a Mercedes getting in the way in turn 1 here. Zhou's making his way out. Stroll also making his way out behind Zhou. This could be bad. Oh, they both get out in front of us. Will they both get out of the way quickly? No, is the answer. So we're going to abort the lap. That will cost us far too much time in the first sector. So we'll just abort. Send her out behind Donna. Because I think Donna's going to need to run again. She's a 10th off Oscar's time.
You need to stay negative.
Purple in the final sector. So she did close up a little bit as the lap rest. But lost a little bit too much time in the first two sectors. Well, Max half a second quicker than us already. whole train of cars, but unfortunately, we are now going to get caught out by Lando Norris coming through. Not Lando, sorry, Ocon coming through. This might shake things up in a bad way. There he is, whizzing up behind us. Right, so Embry's actually going to tuck up nicely here behind Behrman. No, Hajar. That's actually worked out quite well. Actually, she's a little bit too close. Hopefully Hajar will put out a decent time. He's technically close enough to get a slipstream off the back of Sonoda. So maybe it'll work out. Donna, not really as close as I would like. There she is, lagging behind a little bit. She might still be close enough.
Track clear.
Position is good. Okay, you can go. You can go.
My main worry is that she might try and fight with Isaac a little bit too much. But in theory, Embry could be on for a monster lap here, because Hajar should be getting a tow from the back of Sonoda, which will improve his speed. And Embry is, well, very, very close. There you see purple in the first sector. Donna has improved as well. Isaac is definitely getting closer to Sonoda, I think. McLaren of Ocon gets out of the way for us nicely. Purple in the middle, so this is going to be top of the timings. The only issue now is that Ferrari. Has it started its flying lap? I think it has, or is it on an in lap? Look how much we closed up on Sonoda here. There we go. Top, just quicker than Hajar. And Donna improves as well. So that's them both through. Had to do an extra run with Donna just to be sure, but at least we know she's going to get through.
So we are P5. Okay, good job, you were on target. Pierre John in box.
So let's see who is at risk. Stroll going out on brand new tyres. As is Belichak's as well. Still time on the board for others to come back out. Let's speed this up a little bit. Belichak's is out. He's not going to have time for another run, and he's not going to improve. That's Stroll. Stroll is through at the moment, but everybody apart from Belichak below him is on an outlap. So he could quite easily get knocked out still. Let's get on to the flying laps. There's Sainz, there's Zhou, there's Maloney. Is Norris starting his flying lap, or is he finishing? He might be finishing.
No, he's starting. What about Gasly? Gasly is starting. Albon's finishing a flying lap. And he's tucked up behind Ocon. He might have got held up at the end of the lap, but he's done enough with that slipstream there to get through temporarily. Slower than Stroll, though. What about Bashaw? Bashaw improves to 16th. So he is out. Here comes Maloney. Zhou is through. For now. In fact, he's going to stay through. There's only 2 cars left to cross the line. There's Gasly. Coming up to finish his lap. Can he squeeze his car through? He does, goes up to 6th place, so that knocks Alex Albon out. And surely Norris is going to get through. 2nd and 3rd, the 2 McLarens in the last Grand Prix, partly down to Max having a nightmare, but even so. Would have had 1 podium, they ended up with 2. Ocon not looking that quick, and Norris is out. Wow. McLaren were quick last night, and where are they tonight? That is a shock. That is a big shock. Ocon only just gets through in 14th. Norris out in Q1, along with both Williams to be expected, and both Haas, which tracked with last night, but Norris out in Q1. Big surprise there. All right, let's roll on to Q2. I'm going to try and wait if I can. When I get a first run in for both drivers, we're going to use new tyres at the end of the session to guarantee that they get through. I would like to get out behind a quick car if I can. Well, even a Mercedes would be fine to get out behind.
Track should be green.
All right, there goes Stroll. Decent recovery through the Grand Prix last night after again a poor qualifying. Sainz on his way out. Waiting for a Ferrari, a McLaren, not McLaren, sorry, a Ferrari, a Mercedes or a Red Bull. There goes Porsche. Here comes a Red Bull. We will slot right in behind that. And once again, we're tucked up behind Max. So don't fight teammates.
Okay,
Go.
you need to wake up the brakes now. Make sure you give us a couple of good braking.
And Hajar on his way out now. And that is a very nice gap that Embry has here to the back of Verstappen. Should be very, very good for it. Donna is tucked up very, very nicely as well. This will be excellent for Donna.
Just got to keep our fingers crossed that no one pops out in front of us and messes us up again, like in Q1. And here comes Leclerc to do exactly that.
And there'll be no
Lovely,
left.
lovely, lovely, lovely. We got perfect spacing right now. At least it's not going to happen right as we hit turn 1. But Leclerc is going to get caught very quickly, so it's a question now of where he gets pulled over. He certainly has more of a chance of holding up Max than us. If we catch him in the next corner or two. And is he pulling over? He is, and lets all three of us through without any issues. Looks like Max is purple. Yeah, Max quickest in the first sector. We're not too far off by the look of it. Let's check the splits. 31.4 and a 31.4. We're talking less than 0.05 of a second between the two. 26.8 and a 26.9. But again, we're talking fractions. And now the run to the line. Max goes top with the 25.3, and then just 0.05 of a second the gap between our two drivers in the end.
Stay close to the reference. Guardian in box.
Very good, and I
Guardian in
hope
box.
that is going to be good enough for us, and that we won't need to go again. Pretty competitive times, even if we are on tyres that have just done, you know, a third run, or at least a third run for Donna and a 2.5 runs for Embry after her aborted flying lap in Q1. Leclerc is a second off the pace. He must have hit traffic somewhere. So Oscar's starting a lap, as is Russell, who has Ocon behind him. I don't know if Ocon is on a finishing or starting. Finishing a lap. Joe pops into 5th above Ocon. Up to the line for Yuki Tsunoda. And he just gets into the top 10. Piastri and Behrman will be the next two to cross the line. Behrman first. Russell still has the final sector to go. Behrman cannot get into the top 10, only just quicker than Leclerc, and Piastri outside the top 10 as well. Surprised by that. What about George? Where can he get his Ferrari? Into 8th place. Yeah, I think we're safe. I'm going to keep us in the garage. Pretty sure we're safe with that. So Porsche going out for his final run. He's in completely clean air. There's Leclerc about to start his flying lap. Let's keep an eye on this because he is bottom of the standings right now. Hey there, Stark. The defending champion who won the opening race, currently the slowest in Q2, needs to find an improvement here. He's on brand new tyres. This will actually help inform me as to whether or not I do need to go again. He's not improved in the first sector. He definitely got held up somewhere, I think, on his first attempt. So we should see an improvement in at least one of these last two sectors. No improvement in the middle sector. Is Leclerc just suddenly off the boil? Everyone else piling out now. If we're going to go, we have to go very, very soon. And he goes purple in the final sector, and that gets him third. So it was the final sector he got held up in. I think we're safe. I think we're safe. Kind of banking on us being safe because it's now too late to go out. Porsche did just get himself into the top 10, I think. Did he improve on that last lap? Let's have a look. Lap history. Porsche. No, he didn't. Did not improve. Tsunoda starting a flying lap. There is Piastri. Is this starting or finishing? I think it's starting. It's starting. Gasly, again, possibly starting. Yep. And is that Tsunoda behind? No. It's Zhou. Zhou has finished his lap, has not improved. One less car to cause a threat. Here is Sainz. Ocon. Evening, Clark. You made it tonight. So Ocon is starting his flying lap. So we need to find who's going to cross the line first. It's not going to be Stroll. Tsunoda. Let's keep an eye on Yuki. There's Oscar. Tsunoda is out. Sainz has not improved. So the list of cars that can knock us out, I think, is gone now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're safe. We are safe. Can't be knocked out now. Let's see. Piastri has gone to 5th place. There's Russell. Here's Stroll a little bit further behind him. There's Behrman. Ocon, it's going to be Russell next across the line. Can he get through? Porsche is out. Hajar at risk. Russell does not improve. One Ferrari out. Stroll improves above his teammate, but that is both AlphaTauris out. Tsunoda is out, so it's just Behrman left. to see if he can get through. He's half a second away from his teammate at the moment. Over half a second. And he improves to 11th.
That's P4.
But he is out. Look at that. The top 10 separated
And
by
we are
just
through.
0.3 of a second.
What you're doing is good.
Again, margins so tight at this point. But those laps were good enough to get us through. And now we have 2 sets of new tyres to use, in theory, for the final session. Pole position still just a little beyond us, but we certainly have some pace. In the slipstream, at least.
Okay, so that's a green light.
And once again, we are jumping out behind Verstappen. Well, I feel honoured you've chosen to choose your little bit of free time to come and watch along with me.
You can bring the tyre in.
Leclerc coming out early as well, and he has Zhou right behind him. So we've got a potential slipstream here for Zhou. How close is he? Oh, he's not close enough. He is not close enough to get a slipstream, or not an effective one anyway. You can barely see Leclerc on screen at the same time. Leclerc is in clear air, as is Piastri. There is Embry, tucked up behind Donna, who's tucked up behind Max. Let's make sure that Embry doesn't get close enough to fight. She's probably okay. I'm going to keep that off, actually, given the distance between the two, just in case Donna makes a mistake. I don't want Embry to then immediately pull, go past her and then pull over to let Donna through again. That would be a disaster.
Track is clear.
Got a couple more cars on track. Oh, God, Ocon's coming out at the worst possible time.
Shouldn't be anyone in front that will back you up.
Apart from Ocon, who will definitely potentially block somebody into turn 1. All right, turn 2. Okay. I think we're okay. I think we're all right. Yeah, we're going to catch Ocon quite favourably here. There he is, pulling over to let Max through. On the purple in the first sector. Embry not too far behind us as well. Next question now is, where are we going to catch Sainz? Are we going to catch Sainz? I think we are probably going to catch him right at the very end of the lap. He might hold up Verstappen. Someone's gone quicker than us in the first sector. It's Charles Leclerc. And we are catching Verstappen. Donna goes quickest by 2.5 tenths. Embry tucks in right behind Donna.
P1.
But Leclerc is on an absolute flyer here. Is he going to get held up by the McLaren, or is he going to get a beneficial tow up to the line and put pole position beyond us?
probably going to put it beyond us. He does go across the line top by how much? 1.5 tenths. Piastri pops up into second. How did Oscar manage to stick the car up there? In clean air, no less, I think. Or did he get a boost? No, I don't think he did get a boost from Ocon. Curious. Well, we have time for another run, and we still have effectively a spare set of soft tyres that are brand new. So we could bolt on new tyres. We could run with these ones again. They haven't taken too much wear. Leclerc did that time on used tyres as well. Oof. He did that on scrub tyres that had done a lap at the times run already. Oh, Ocon gets held up there at the end, I think. Or maybe not. He's still good enough for 5th. Max down in 7th place at the moment. Just waiting on Gasly to set a time now. Here he comes. And he goes 5th. That drops Max down to 8th. Alright, brand new tyres. Doubt we'll get an improvement, but we'll give ourselves every opportunity. Okay, Zhou is slow, so we could theoretically try and get a tow from Zhou. In theory, we should be able to close up on him and get a mighty slipstream from the back of him here. All depends on whether or not we get traffic. I think we're almost certain to get some traffic. It's just whether or not it gets in the way. But this should give Donna an excellent chance at taking pole position and that bonus point, and then hopefully Embry can tuck in right behind it. Who knows, maybe Embry will get the better tow. I doubt that somehow. Again, I'm going to leave this turned off just in case. We've got some cars piling out now. Ocon, Hajar and Verstappen. And Verstappen might be close enough to the back of Hajar to get that slipstream, which would almost certainly put it beyond us. Leclerc heading out again now. And is that Piastri popping out behind him? It is. That means Piastri's got a real good chance of getting the pole position. And these three are going to feed into turn 2 as we're arriving there. This could be really, really bad. All right, we're past the first one. Joe bolted from us. Ah, damn it. All right, so it's on Embry now. Donna's not going to improve, but she's going to give a really good slipstream to Embry here. Embry goes purple in the middle. She should go purple in the final as well. She didn't improve. She didn't improve.
We're coming in.
She was down a 10th in the first sector, up a 10th in the middle, and no real change in the final sector. So she was 1/100th slower than her first attempt. Now you can see we lost 3/10 in the first sector. We were quicker. No, we were slower in the middle sector as well, and the final sector without the slipstream. So that's it for us. What about everyone else? Max is flying. He hasn't got the toe from Hajar, but he is still going hell for leather. Max goes top by 0.2 of a second. Leclerc is still on a flyer. A little lift there as a slight hold up from Zhou. There's Oscar looking to try and capitalise on the slipstream. Neither driver has improved. They stay where they are. Gasly moves above Ocon into 6th. Zhou stays 9th. We've done our laps. Sainz pops up into 3rd. Where did that come from? Carlos Sainz absolutely pulls out a blinder there. And that is the confirmed position. So it's the Red Bulls 1 and 2. Sainz 3rd. Donna is 4th. Oscar 5th. Embry in 6th. Then it's Gasly, Ocon, Hajar and Zhou. That is your top 10 for tonight's Grand Prix.
Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Jeddah street circuit certainly makes the high speeds of F1 racing a thrilling affair. But even a world champion can be caught out in between the narrow walls, just as Max Verstappen found out in 2021.
Now, Karun, how do you think Aston Martin's driver is going to be feeling ahead of this race?
You know what, Crofty? They're performing well above what's been expected of them so far. All in all, not a bad place to be.
Well, the streets of Jeddah are abuzz, and the teams are nearly ready for the start of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
All right, we are one stopping. We're going to go softs to mediums.
going to go with 2 extra laps of fuel. Try and protect the softs if we can, depending on what others are doing with their tyres. I am going to actually push the tyres a little bit on the opening lap. Not full push. I don't want to burn them out, but I do want to try and get a good launch. See if we can jump a position or 2 with each driver going into the first couple of turns. We'll turn that down pretty quickly, I think. 4th and 6th. Who knows what will happen with safety cars. Let's head to the track.
The drivers are lined up on the grid here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights. Many people here and at home are wondering what the Haas driver can do.
What can they manage from 18th? It'll be interesting to see, that's for sure.
And it'll be exciting to
No, it
see
won't.
just what will happen here today. We're now moments away from this, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
This is your race now.
All right, so Oscar has jumped us, but we're still alongside. Gasly has jumped us as well. A lot of soft tyres. Everyone's on the softs at the start here. Hajar, the first of the medium runners, so glad I didn't go with mediums. Let's immediately turn the tyres down.
Drop the pace now, please.
Keep the battery going just a moment longer. Turn this off at the end of the first lap. And Hajar gets ahead of Embry now.
Let's get back in the rhythm now.
Ciao, John.
And Embry can't overtake. What a surprise! Who could possibly have predicted that? Donna is already slipping. I'm going to have to go back on the attack.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Cannot afford to lose the breakaway group. Evening, Wayne. Now we're starting to get back into that slipstream.
Overtake is available.
And Ocon tries to punch his way through. And does, and forces Embry to lift. Now we're under pressure from Joe. Not a good start for either driver here. Oh, and Joe gets us up the inside.
And DRS is enabled.
And surprise, surprise, we get stuck in the wheel tracks. And unable to get the pass done. Oh, but somehow we got through. I missed that.
Let the tyres come back.
Are we going to see a replay? No, apparently not.
Ciao, John.
Apparently we're not going to see the replay. Got to go back on the offensive again.
intake available.
Almost out of battery already. It's so rare even the camera's missed it. Yep. Pretty much.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
I don't know if I've got the pace to get back on touch with these two. I'm going to push flat out like this for a few more corners.
Reminder on the battery.
I'm out of battery already, so I don't know how well that's going to work. I may as well turn that off now. That's not going to be an issue. Almost back on sights.
Charge on. Need to drop the pace.
Pushing these tyres much harder than I wanted to. But I need to make sure I get this DRS. There we go. Right. Now we can try and cool those down again. We know it's going to be a hot one today. Look at that track temperature. 42 degrees, air temperature 31 degrees. But at least I've got Donna back onto this chasing pack. Albeit briefly.
You can push on tires. We're good on tires.
No, we're not great on tyres. We're okay on tyres. Embry needs to make the move.
Can use overtake.
Will she make the move? She might actually. Oh, no. She won't. But Hajar is now out of DRS. And Embry still cannot overtake to save her life. There we go. Force her through by putting her on full tyre push. I'm always loath to do, especially on a hot track. There we go. We got the DRS back into top up. Calm those tyres down again.
Drop down the pace now.
Just be careful with this tyre.
Look at that traffic jam that's building up behind already. Ocon is not quick. He got a slipstream to get him as high as he did in qualifying.
Time to push on these tyres. recharge on is okay, please. And recharge on now is okay, please.
Love to get some more battery into Donna, but for now, I just want to get her tyres under control. Got the temps down a bit. We have worn them out a little more than I would like. Look at Leclerc's tyres. He's spent all this time right in the wheel tracks, and it's just melting his tyres here.
So recharge on.
Making sure we don't get dropped. And Leclerc finally gets through. And immediately loses the place again as Max got the DRS off him. So this will give Leclerc a chance going into the first turn. Side by side through this first sector here. It's almost like formation flying from the Red Bulls here. Gasly and Joe both got past Ocon, so we need to do the same. As Leclerc has to again tuck in behind Max, and it's just destroying his tyres right now. We're actually in really good shape tyre-wise. We'll see if we can exploit that.
No need to push the tyres. Let's have recharge on then, please.
Charge on.
So I'm keeping an eye on the split from Donna to Oscar. I want to make sure that putting her in that tyre setting, I'm just not going to take that risk
Let's go for a push.
while I'm charging that battery. I want to make sure she can still get some battery in the car. But I do not want to risk her getting completely dropped.
Charge on.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Sainz trying to push. I think he might be. Oscar's so close to him, we have lost the DRS.
You're good to push.
We're not going to get back in this sector, so it's all about the final sector slash end of the lap.
And recharge on, recharge on.
The launch will give us an excellent chance to get back in the range again. Which we didn't from that zone. It's so tricky trying to balance battery saving. Look at this, 3 wide through turn 2 there. Oh, That didn't work there.
Charge on for now.
And this queue's getting big. We've got a pretty full battery.
And overtake is available.
Let's see if we can start making some forward moves with Embry.
Let the tyres come back to you.
It does require her to actually make overtakes.
If you can, push.
Right, that's Ocon. Couldn't quite dive up the inside.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
Yeah. There we go, follow through.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Charge on now.
Donna has slipped a little, but I'm hoping she'll catch back up pretty quickly. Embry should theoretically be protected by the DRS from Joe here. That'll do for now, fire saving wise. Sorry, battery harvesting. We're actually losing ground here slightly. Having said that, we have gained a couple of tenths in that first sector. Not too far away from Sainz and Piastri, and tyres are in better shape, so we can maybe stretch this stint out a little bit longer, and then our mediums will be in better shape. Wondering if anyone's going to go onto the hard tyres. Is anyone on hard tyres now? No, everyone's on softs or mediums. See Norris looking after his tyres, as is Pourchaire. Mediums are all about the same. There aren't that many of them. So I'm not going to have to worry too much about soft tyre runners later in the race, or theoretically we shouldn't have to.
And recharge on.
Let's try and get that gap back down again.
You've got everything. Press on hold available.
And recharge on is okay, please.
And because we've got so few medium runners, they're now at the point where their tyres are better than the softs. There's no gaps, really. The biggest gap is, apart from Maloney, who is, just slow, and so are the Williams, it's the 3.5 seconds between Donna and Joe. That's it. Everyone else in a train.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Ah, shit. I messed that up. Messed that up royally. Alright, Donna's back in range. And all that hard work we did with Embry, we're going to have to do again. So I think what I'll do now is just be patient.
So, recharge on.
Try and save the tyres more aggressively and then just use superior grip.
Just be careful with this tyre.
Just manage your tires, please. Charge on.
Joe's already vulnerable, so we should be able to get back past him soon. Leclerc tyres now down to just 36%. He's going to be stopping soon. Going to be stopping very soon. That, or he's going to risk a puncture if he stays out too much longer.
We have margin to push a bit more.
Lost a bit too much ground again with Donna. Missed the DRS, but should get it at the end of this zone. There we go.
Charge on.
time to push on these tyres. Press, overtake.
It's not really where I wanted to get the move done. But it was either push out of the corner or not get the move done at all. And I still might not get it held. She's sitting just outside of peak confidence. Got to keep pushing to close that gap up.
Stay close.
Just keep looking after your tires.
Might even be able to break away from Joe by the end of this lap. All depends how good a launch I can get out of that final turn.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
No need to push the tyres. Let the tyres come back to you.
Surely Leclerc's going to box this lap. Everyone's starting to push because they're getting close to their in-laps. You can see Ocon now just a second behind Donna, almost in the DRS range. That's bringing Embry back to Donna. Sainz and Piastri both pit. Leclerc has stayed out. He's now risking a puncture by staying out this long.
If you can, push it.
Only 3.5 seconds off the Red Bulls. Could push, but I really don't want to, not yet. Tsunoda in danger of being dropped. In fact, I think he has been dropped. Ocon is coming alive right now. Will Max box? Will Verstappen? Will Leclerc box? Will they double stack? Ocon may well box this lap. And Leclerc dives into the pits. Ocon has got through and then dives into the pits. Oh, that sounded like a crash.
Sounded like contact. There isn't any that we can see, but it's what it sounded like.
Over to you, Karun.
It was a pit stop for Esteban Ocon. However, they can't seem to jack the car up.
And we are in direct competition with Ocon, so that is excellent. See, Jeddah has closed right up. Those medium tyres in much better shape than the softs now. Tsunoda's desperately trying to get into the DRS. Donna can't manage it at the moment.
Okay, and let's do a small lift off.
We think a little bit more.
And you're good to push.
And now he's got into the range, but can he stay in range through this final turn?
Let's have recharge on then, please.
No, he can't. Can't get that move done, so we're going to ease off. And then we'll bolt next lap. But we have enabled Donna to just stretch away a little bit more. Max still out there. He's in tyre conservation mode right now. Nobody's gone hards. Everybody's going mediums.
Recharge on.
And we've got Hajar right up the backside.
We have to protect those tires.
Tsunoda boxed.
Isaac's just got so much more grip from us at this point. That's okay. Oh, she's in driving clean air. Fuck. Let's turn that off. 2.3 second stop. That's a good stop. And we get out in front of Ocon and in front of Gasly. How far behind Leclerc are we? 5 seconds behind. 4.5. Just over 4 seconds behind Leclerc. That's about where we were when we boxed, except we stayed out a little bit longer. Gasly gets through. Tyre's not fully up to 10, but now we have a DRS.
Just be careful with this tyre.
Max boxes just in front of Embry.
Let's try to take opportunity.
flying lap attempt now for Donna. A 2.3 second stop again. Very nice. Our pit crew definitely is improving.
Let's have a look at that. Now this was on the straight. It's there for the taking.
This was Donna getting through. We might see Embry coming out of the pits.
And the Aston Martin moves
Depending on
fast.
how long it showed. There's Embry. Just going to come out behind this battle. 5th quickest stop for Embry there. Slightly slower than Donna's. So Donna's in the top
Could be
4.
close to cars at exit.
And we're not expecting other stops from anyone else. So has everyone else stopped now? Norris hasn't stopped yet. And the mediums haven't stopped yet. We just go all the way around the outside of Belichac's there. Look at this, we are right on the gearbox of Verstappen. He tries to find his way past Albon. And we've squeezed out Max. Are we going to get boxed in behind Albon? Or can we get the move done? We get the move done and we box Albon in behind, sorry, Max in behind Albon. Norris finally boxes. Last of the soft runners to do so. And that was our best shout at a fastest lap. But we got Donna into peak confidence. So that's worked out quite nicely. Let's get after these cars in front with Embry now, so we can get her into the equation as well. Again, Belichac's offers no resistance to the move whatsoever.
And recharge on.
For now, we'll just tuck in. We're losing ground to Oscar and Sainz. Max is now through. I'm trying to make sure that we have a significant tyre advantage. Max is the car we need to hang with because he is going to be favourite for the win. So I'm absolutely fine with Max getting in front. Kind of counting on him getting in front of us so that we can then sit behind him. We're once again stuck in this battle with Tsunoda and Ocon and Gasly. letting the tyres cool down. There we go. So our tyres are comparable to Verstappen's. We need to make sure he doesn't blitz away from us.
Okay, you can pick up the pace.
She may well try and do on this lap. This is a crucial lap for us. But I also don't want her to go for an overtake.
So we stay in the rhythm now. We're happy to stay where we are.
I just want to get her close. There we go.
Charge on.
Albon is causing traffic issues in front.
Time to push on these tyres.
No, come on. Damn it, Embry. There we go. Oh, contact. I could see that coming a mile off. She is just so unreliable.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh dear, a crash! There's been a crash! Right then, we can take a look now. Now this was at turn 1. Not a lot of wiggle room here.
Mild damage to the front wing. Hopefully that won't affect pace too much. Can't do anything about it, really. But that's killed her confidence again, potentially. She's got away with it. Tyres are okay. Oh, excuse me. Of course she's got the penalty. God damn it. Two races in a row she's done that now.
Recharge on.
And given how close the field has been, it's going to be almost impossible for her to avoid losing a lot of time. Russell finally boxes. The medium runners are starting to come in. And it's a problem. Belajax is in. Albon's going to be boxing probably this lap as well. Yeah, there he is.
Charge on now, please.
Joe gets past Embry. Board is in attendance tonight as well, so we need a good result. So we need Donna to do the business now. Because we just cannot rely on Embry. I just wish I pulled the trigger and got rid of her now. She might not even make it to the mid-season break at this rate.
If you can, push.
Manage your fire.
Behrman's in. So still two cars in front to box, so we're a net P5 right now. And that was contact. Oh God, don't tell me Embry hit somebody again.
And we've had a crash on track.
No, it wasn't. This time it was Joe. We actually managed to negotiate that without making contact with anyone. Let's see if Joe gets a penalty for that. Or Gasly. Because we did.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Charge on.
If there's no penalty, I am calling shenanigans. Shenanigans! Shenanigans! What the fuck? Why was there no penalty for that when we got a 5-second penalty? That's just bullshit. Utter bullshit.
Charge on. Charge on.
Overtake is available.
And Embry's not going to get the overtake done, which means she's probably going to collide here in the first turn. Nope. Right, we've got to get past Stroll quickly here before Max scampers off. He's already got past Stroll.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
There we go. She's through, back into peak confidence, but we have lost some ground. And we're still not past Joe. Look at this, what is this? Half-assed attempt at of an overtake. Ah, God, she is just pissing me off so much this season already. It's been a bugbear of everybody, Clark, who plays this game with, you know, with any amount of time, that the penalties are inconsistently applied.
Charge on, charge on.
Oh, now we're being overtaken by Gasly. At this point, I'm half tempted to just retire her, but I need her to finish in the top 12, I think. Yeah, I need to finish in the top 12. So I've got to keep her out there and just hope that I can reclaim the positions and break away towards the end.
Need to drop the pace. Charge on.
Checking tyre wear. Hajar still to box. Max and I have both got a significant advantage in tyres over the two cars in front. And Leclerc, there goes Hajar. And now I'm getting overtaken by Behrman. Oh my God. I need a safety car to bring her Embry in, put her on softs, change her front wing.
And recharge on is okay.
And then pray for a miracle. It's all down to Donna in terms of a result. But it's whether or not I can actually keep the sponsors happy as well. I wish you could drop a driver for a race.
move Embry into the reserve role for a race or two. And give Anne a chance to prove herself. I mean, at this stage, she can't be any worse than Embry.
Okay, charge on.
And we're so far down the order, we're just going to get absolutely picked off by all of the soft tyre runners now.
Let's have recharge on then, please.
Right, so Max is through past Sainz, so I need to get past quickly as well.
Overtake available.
Which, given we're in a train, is going to be tricky.
Oh, we can cancel liftoff.
Oh, that lift killed us. We would have had to move on if it hadn't moved that little lift.
Cool the car. And keep an eye on your battery.
Max is through. We should get past Sainz here. Actually trust Donna in wheel-to-wheel racing.
Keep cooling the car.
Embry's now 2 seconds off the back of everyone else.
You can consider a little bit of anti-flow where you can.
And recharge on.
She's not going to finish in the top 12. At this point, I have no real choice other than to box her, I think.
Keep up the liftoff. You're doing a very good job.
Let's at least see if I can get the fastest lap out of her.
Okay, let's box, please. And recharge on.
Might be vulnerable here. No battery out of the turn.
You can keep the pace up on these compounds. And you can pick up the pace.
.128.1, the new fastest lap for Isaac.
Look after the tires.
Clear and exit.
Charge on.
Time to push on these tyres.
Max is closing on Leclerc. We are on target for a podium tonight because we're going to have tyres to get past Oscar.
You're good to push.
As long as I just manage the gap and make sure I don't get dropped, I can gradually get the battery refilled.
Let's push now, please.
Charge on, charge on.
I'll even try and bank some extra fuel as well, but battery first.
You can push on tires. We're good on tires.
Ah, shit.
On charge on.
I think I just stayed in range there. Yes, I did. Thank God for that.
Charge on.
And the gap to Leclerc now just 2.5 seconds. New fastest laps. 1:27.7. I don't think we're beating that. We're not in exactly what you'd call peak confidence here with Embry, and on top of that, she's not got a DRS opportunity anywhere on the lap, unlike the two that just swapped fastest laps. How long until Embry gets the sack? Not long at this rate. Not long at all, because she is costing me so much money with the sponsors. You did get the fastest lap. A 1:27.1. Not bad. All right, let's build her up for another attempt. See if we can make it a little bit safer.
Save as much fuel.
Leclerc is protecting his tyres. He has to, really. He knows what's coming. In fact, I'm just going to retire Embry. No point keeping her out now.
Box now.
Charge on.
You think I've got enough time to move up the field? No. No, she was 7 seconds behind Albon, who's 8 seconds behind those, you know, just... So, to get her into the top 12, she would have needed to find 30 seconds in 13 laps. She's not that quick. She was never going to get back in the top 12. The only way it would have happened would have been, you know, safety car retirements, and at this point I just cut the losses and just save the wear and tear on the car. Probably the smarter option at this point, rather than keeping her out there on the vain hope that she might get lucky with a safety car. Donna's doing enough, I hope, to impress the board. I mean, she's fourth right now, clearly on for a podium.
Battery's in good shape.
Just keep
Tyres
looking
are
at
in good
tires.
shape. See if we can squeeze a little bit of extra fuel in
Need
the
a
tank
little bit more lift off if you can, please. Need a little bit more.
so that we can really push. Because if by some chance this little train of ours does catch up with Charles, it might even put us in contention for the win. I'm surprised Max hasn't pulled away from Leclerc, to be honest, from Piastri, to be honest. There's the tyre situation.
Charge on.
Still got Donna in low overtake mode. Don't want her trying to make overtakes at this point. Just want her saving the car.
Charge on.
I was waiting for Max to do that.
We need a bit of recharge of the battery.
Ah, shit. Shouldn't have gone into harvest
Okay,
mode.
focus on recharge.
Alright, well, we'll carry on with
We can do it. We can do
prep.
it. Keep pushing.
We've got plenty of time to get back in front of Sainz.
Charge on. No need for anti-deploy. Batteries full.
Leclerc now 4 seconds ahead. We're definitely being held up now by Piastri's lack of pace. And I can feel a Max breakaway coming.
Oh, you can use anti-deploy.
So we're going to go with him. At the very least, we're going to get back
We can
past
still do it.
one of these two here. Hopefully both of them.
Okay, keep cooling the car now.
There we go. Perfect. We're going to keep pushing because we've got a chance at maybe getting the fastest lap with Donna here for the extra point. And at the very least, Max and I can try and break away from Oscar and Sainz.
I'll leave it up to you.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I expected Max to go back through. Like I said, I'm hoping that we can just break away from the other two. And then that will give me time to
Okay, head down. No
go
problem.
back on defense again. I'm going to turn the tyres down though.
You need to drop the pace. Okay, charge
There we
on.
go. We've got the brake that we needed.
Charge on.
And I'm not going to turn her attack down now. We'll leave it as is.
Charge on.
So we have the podium. Can we climb higher? Can we take second? We're definitely going to be fighting for second all the way through. Can we even go one step higher?
Okay, charge on.
That's all down to Max now. Sainz moves through. And he's closing back up again. He's on a push lap to
Charge on now.
get back onto us. This is going to leave Piastri a little vulnerable, potentially. And I'm also
On click over
going to try and stop him from doing that if I can.
We need to push.
Can I drop him before the next detection point? Maybe. Not quite. So I'll stop trying.
Give us more lift off, please. Give us a bit more lift off, please.
Crap. Gave Max a DRS.
We will not need lift off.
Norris is coming through. He's up to 6th. Ocon's up to 8th. McLaren are recovering very nicely after,
Charge on.
you know, poor form in qualifying again. Let's not forget, Norris went out in Q1. So maybe the one lap pace of the McLaren not great at the moment, but the race pace, especially in Norris's hands, excellent.
We have margin to push a bit more. Just manage your tires, please. And keep up a bit of lift off for fuel, please.
I mean, the board have got to be happy with a podium, surely.
We'll have to do anti-deploy where you can.
Bad lap for Leclerc there.
The pace.
Lost a bit of time. Although he's pulled it back in this first sector, my God. He was down half a second, half a second. He's pulled back 0.3 already.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
Max looking to respond.
No more lift off required.
Yeah, Max is breaking away from us. He's going after Charles. And he's left us for dead.
You've got everything. Press on hold available.
Really didn't want to push the tyres this hard. But at this point, kind of got no choice. I wanted to save this for just flat out pushing in the last few laps. Although, having said that, we are pretty much in the last few laps, so It's going to be a real blockbuster finish.
Five more laps.
Need a strong first sector here to A, get back onto Max, B, get rid of Sainz. And there we go. We're now just 2 seconds away from Charles Leclerc.
We do need a little bit of liftoff for the fuel.
Max is still going for it.
Let's try to take opportunity.
As he dropped us again. Not quite, almost, but he's about to drop us again. Yeah, he's still pushing hard.
Charge on.
Save about 10% of our battery by doing that.
Charge on. Charge on.
Oh, Max feeling the need to go defensive. This is going to be a real cracking finish here. That's a barnstormer. If I can just get some more battery in the car, I can attack Charles.
Charge on. We have to protect those tires.
Leach that temperature out again if we can.
Now.
Slow down the tyre deck. That's 3 laps to go.
3 more laps.
Leclerc's pushing now. Is Max about to respond?
Update on tires. Charge on now, please. Okay, to pick up the pace.
Leclerc's gone. I don't think we're going to catch him. So we're fighting for second.
Charge on. Reminder, a little bit of lift off where you can. Charge on. Let's lift off, please.
And look how far back Sainz has dropped already. 5 seconds. Piastri's down to 7th now.
2 more laps. Okay, we need some deploy. Cool the car, please.
Donna hits maximum confidence for the final lap. It's 2.7 seconds to Charles Leclerc. Can we close that gap? Can I break away from Max before the DRS kicks in? I might be able to, you know. It's going to be so close. If Leclerc gets a puncture with a corner or two to go, we are just out of the DRS. Now we're in it. Got to save this little bit of battery for the last corner.
On a bit of lift off while you can, it should help you. Overtake available.
Can we get him on the drag to the line? I don't think we can, but you never know.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
No, we can't, but so close.
Okay,
So close. We needed one more lap.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
But second place, what a great race from Donna, and what a shit show again from Embry, who might not even make Melbourne. I need to think about that one. But second place for Donna. Charles Leclerc has had a great start to his title defence. 2 wins from 2 races. Max gets some good points tonight. But Donna's going to be up there in the top 3 in the standings, potentially. Or top 4. Norris got good points again tonight. 5th place tonight. He'll probably be a bit ahead of us.
What an excellent performance from the Aston Martin driver that was.
What a fantastic result.
Oh, look
for
at
the
that
team
sweaty
who got
backside.
Everything right for this podium. They deserve nothing less.
Oh, that's a wonderful scene. The team getting their first chance to congratulate their driver on a job well done. So, Karoo,
Maybe
with
it's
the
just a
garages
shadow, I
full
don't
of
know.
activity, what's the mood like down at Aston Martin now?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
Ollie Bennett giving
Okay,
it
then, and a big thank you to everyone
giving
for
it
joining
large
us
there.
this weekend here in Jeddah.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
So then, confirmation of the final result. It is back-to-back wins for Charles Leclerc, but Donna takes second place with a superb bit of driving. Max drops down from pole to take third, but he will get that bonus point for pole position. Behrman up 7 places to finish in 4th. What a difference a season makes. After having an awful title defence last year, he is back in the big points again in both races now. Norris, again, superb recovery after a poor qualifying. He got a podium last time out. He got 5th place tonight. Sainz down 3 places to 6th. Ocon in 7th. Piastri, in the end, his tyres just fell apart, down to 8th place. Porsche up 5 to take 9th. Russell gets in the points as well for the second Ferrari in 10th. Then it is Tsunoda in 11th. Hajar 12th ahead of Gasly, Zhou, Stroll. Belichak's gaining 4 places to finish above his teammate. And then the two Haas, 18th and 19th. And of course, we retired Embry to save the wear, which turned out to be the right decision because we weren't going to get a safety car. And there was no way she was going to get back in touch with 12th place. We did get the fastest lap. We'll get no bonus point, but we will get the money that we promised the sponsors. The sponsors promised for us guaranteeing the fastest lap. Driver standings, Charles Leclerc is still top, maximum 2 from 2 there. Just hasn't had the fastest laps or pole positions to boost that further. Lando stays second. Ocon stays third. A point behind now is Donna, with Behrman moving up onto into fifth. Level on points, but one behind due to a lower finishing position. Max climbs 3 places into sixth, is just a point behind us. And then it is Piastri down 3 places tonight. Then Porsche also down 3. Sainz gets off the board and jumps 10 places as a result. And Tsunoda is down 3 but holds into the top 10. 6 points for him. Then it's Gasly. Russell moving up 2 places with a point. Gets above Hajar and Stroll. Embry down to 15th. Then it's Zhou. Albon down 2 places to 17th. Belichick's, Maloney, and for sure the final standing. Let's take a look at the constructors. Red Bull stay top, or Red Bull go top, sorry, with a big haul of points again. 41 points, so they now are 20 points clear of McLaren, who got 16 tonight. We jumped 5 places up into third with those points tonight, and we are ahead of Alfa Romeo again on position countback. We have a podium. They do not. So that's why we are level on points but ahead. Ferrari 3 points further back, dropped down 2 places. And then AlphaTauri also dropping 2 places. They're on 12 points. And Alpine level on points but with a lower finishing position. Mercedes dropped to 8th place. Then it's Williams and Haas. How did we do in the pit stops? We had 2.3 second stops, so that should be good enough for points. And it is 4th and 7th tonight. Red Bull the quickest stop at 2.0. AlphaTauri 2nd and 9th. So with Charles Leclerc's stop in 6th there, Red Bull will outscore AlphaTauri. Those two are the regulars at the top of the standings every time. McLaren do get good points with Norris, but no Ocon. He had that problem on his stop. There's Donna in 4th. Gasly in 5th for Alpine. They also get points from Carlos Sainz in 8th. And Mercedes gets a point with Zhou. So the standings look like this. 60 points for Red Bull, 38 points now for AlphaTauri. They lose a bit of ground tonight. They are 22 behind. McLaren in 3rd are 7 points further back. And we move up a place, as do Alpine, above Ferrari, who didn't get any points in the pit stops tonight. We are just 2 points away from McLaren, which is good. Got a chance to get some extra prize money there tonight, or at the end of this season. Mercedes, 7th place, pick up 1 point. So they closed the gap a little bit to Ferrari, and they pull a little bit further away from Williams, and still no points for them, Alfa Romeo or Haas. They see our stops. This one obviously affected quite badly. This was a 13.5 second stop. This was a wing change and a 5 second penalty. So never really going to be a stop that was worth trying for the competition, but a 2.30 and a 2.34. That is encouraging. That's 2 races in a row now where we've had 2.3 second stops. So let's take a look at the report cards. We'll start with the shocker of the shockers. 9 and 22. Embry is so bad at overtaking. It is unreal. 18 and 14. She's good in defense, but she made yet another mistake, got another penalty, broke another front wing. 2 races in a row now. Let's see. Donna, 11 and 11 going forward. 6 and 5 in defense. Pretty good numbers for her. And let's see, we did get some extra experience for Anne as well, who may well be in the car tomorrow. I do need to think about that. Let's see. performance targets. We got the quali position streak done. We got the finish position, which was just 1 in the top 10, maybe? 1 in the top 8, maybe? We got the qualifying position, which was 2 in the top 8. Performance guarantees, we did not get the streak, because we didn't get both cars to finish, let alone 2 in the top 12. We did get the fastest lap, only worth 168 grand, which is a little stingy. We got both cars into Q2 and both cars into Q3. Base rate was 2.9, so we make $1.1 million on top of that for just under 4.1. And that money might immediately be spent replacing our driver. Let's have a look at our inbox. So, it's not showing the wing that was destroyed because we swapped it during the race, and all of those parts got through without damage. Nice. Zach O'Sullivan takes the F2 win ahead of Werner Fischer and Daniela De Angeli. The boards have been influenced by the results. They hasn't said how they've been influenced. We will check in with them right now. They were delighted with Jeddah. Fantastic. That's good to see. So the board confidence has been boosted by that result, which is excellent stuff. We are on target to finish in 4th, as we currently stand after 2 races in 3rd. And we have also knocked out the first of the 6 races we need to get a podium in for our long season objective. Obviously, we have 3 seasons on that, but technically we only have 1 because this is our final season. So, would be nice to achieve that this year. I think, given how the car's looking, we should be able to do that. We should be able to do that in 5 more Grand Prix. We only need 1 car to get on the podium. It won't count if both cars get on the podium as a double. It only counts as 1. So we have at least 1 driver who is capable of that. Let's see. Got 4.6 million. Let me check car developments. Chassis are in the works. Side pod manufacturing is coming along nicely. I need to add a second one. I remember now. We only had the money for 1. We're going to throw on a second one there. That'll be ready in time for Melbourne. So both cars will have that new one. So I have got the potential to do a new part. Could try and rush an underfloor for Baku. But without ours, it's actually going to have a negative impact, as you can see. So the underfloor is as good as it's going to get without ATR involvement. Okay, how about another side pod? Without seeing a direct comparison against the one that isn't been done yet, I can't really tell whether we're going to make any gains or not, so I'll have to hold off on that. We haven't done a suspension yet. We can make some gains on this. Where does our suspension sit right now? And can I actually afford to go intense? I think it's 3.9 million. It is. So we could afford that. I know the suspension at the beginning of the year was one of the best on the grid. Where does it actually sit right now, now that we've had some upgrades being churned out? Not as good, but still pretty good. Downforce is the weakest part of the suspension there. Drag reduction is good. Airflow is very good. Brake cooling is pretty decent. Let's just have a little explore as to what we could actually do without ours.
I go for something like that, and then drop that down like that. That would give me extra performance. As you can see, take some more weight out of the car as well. Not a huge amount. Don't really want to go down that low. Decisions. So Baku, 39 days away. If I were to, I don't really want to rush it. I'm going to go with this. I want to go intense. Okay. The gains are pretty negligible. Might be better to wait for a new ATR period. Let me check the driver situation. How much would it cost to break her contract? 3.3 mil. She gets one more race. If she has another bad race, that's it. Don't really want to change. This early in the season. So, let's see, 11 days till Australia. None of these parts will be ready for manufacturing before then, so I can spend this money without needing to make sure I've got it in reserve for manufacturing. But the money from Australia needs to be saved. So that potentially means Embry has got a reprieve until Miami, because it's going to cost me about 4 million to put Anne in the car. And I can't afford to do that and build the new parts for Baku after Melbourne. Unless I do it now, and I don't really want to do it right now. So, question now is, do I build this suspension or not? And I think I might have to. Let me check our facilities. No, that's not facilities. There we go. So everything here is clean at the moment. The suspension simulator has a little bit of life in it before it starts to degrade. That's going to be horrendously expensive to fix again, as it was last year. CFD, similar. Everything at the top is good. Let's see. Staff facilities. Team Hub's just been refurbed recently. Don't care about the scouting department. Race sim is fine. Hospitality and weather both need an upgrade / a refurb. Let's hold off on the suspension because I don't think it's worth doing just yet. Let's refurb the weather center because that could be crucial for us. And that's only affecting our team attractiveness. It's not going to affect our morale. So we'll leave that. And we'll hang on to that 1.6 million and use that money for any spare parts that we need, plus the new parts that are coming. Yeah, Embry is on extremely borrowed time. Extremely borrowed time. After yet another disaster of a Grand Prix. And that is where we are going to end tonight's stream. So, bittersweet race. On the one hand, we've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. You know, superb driving from Donna and capitalising on good tyre saving and being able to squeeze some battery back in the car here and there to take a brilliant second place. And with one more lap, we could potentially have won that Grand Prix as well. So very, very pleased with Donna's performance, especially after the problems we had with her strategy in the first Grand Prix, where we managed to just about get her back into the points. She did get the fastest lap in that one and finished 10th, so that was 2 points for her. Embry yet to score a point, yet to finish anywhere near the points at this stage. Obviously, she made it to the flag in 13th in Bahrain after getting a penalty for a collision and breaking a front wing. And then tonight, she does exactly the same thing. She collides with someone, she gets a penalty, she breaks a front wing. And this time, I didn't even bother keeping her out there. We made sure she got the fastest lap for the financial reward and immediately boxed her after that. And yeah, she is, as I say, on very borrowed time. But we are currently third in the constructor standings, a little way behind McLaren, 29 points behind them, and a fair way behind Red Bull. But we have new side pods for tomorrow's race in Melbourne, and then Thursday's race in Baku. We will have a comprehensive upgrade package for the car with a new chassis, a new front wing, and a new rear wing, all being added to the car to combine with the new parts we've already got on there, the new side pods and the underfloor, and obviously that'll be our third chassis. We've already upgraded it once. This will be an upgrade on the upgrade. So yeah, hopefully we will have some real performance in Baku, and hopefully Embry will put a finger out of her arse and actually start pulling her weight this season, because like I said, extremely thin ice now. I am so close to pulling the trigger and just getting rid of her and putting Anne in the car instead, because she can't be any worse at this point. And while she will have a little bit less in certain areas, she'll be better on terms of tyre wear. She's got a higher cornering stat by a couple of points. She's certainly got a much better wet weather skill, which, given how that was our Achilles heel last year, could be crucial this year. So yeah, if Anne didn't have good wet weather, probably wouldn't even be considering it. But given that her wet weather skills in the 80s and both of our current drivers are in the 60s, it would be a nice little boost. So yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. I hope you'll join me for that. I'll be going live at the usual time of 8 p.m. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager 23 Hardcore as we finish off our final season very soon.